What is good, everybody? I am back with my brother Austin, and today he is going to be teaching me how to throw a forehand roller, which hopefully translates to teaching you guys how to throw a forehand roller.
And just so everyone knows, if I can teach him how to do it, you'll definitely be able to learn. So,
wow, got me.
See what happens. Forehand roller, its natural tendency is to go left. So once you put it on the ground, it's going to roll and finish left.
For a right-handed backhand player.
Correct. I find myself using them for, honestly, just tight wooded holes. If I get stuck into some brush and the only thing I have is this little out, it's just a good, really it's a utility shot for me more than anything.
Do you think off the tee there's ever a time where you want to put a forehand roller down?
Low ceilings where you don't think you're going to be able to push a backhand as far. A roller's always a good spot for it. Everyone's been in that situation. It's like, well, I can't wind up a throw. I can't turn this over enough. What can I do? Most of the time, you've got a little gap where you can put something on the ground.
All right.
So it's a good shot just to know. If you have two putters at home, start with two putters. Exact same kinds, really what you should be doing, so you know you're gonna get the same thing. So my first goal is going to be getting this thing just perfectly flat. Not even, it's just gonna be a nice soft throw.
Okay.
Just see what it does. Trailing left like it should, right? So if I'm stuck in some brush, I know that I can throw this at no speed at all. It's going to stay and it's going to finish left. I want to put a little more into it. If I throw it on this angle, the first thing it's going to do is turn over and it's just going to go left. You're not going to get anything out of it. If I'm wanting to get a little more, I need to put it down where the angle's like this. You don't want it up, tilted sideways, 10 degrees or something. You're going to get more out of it. So it held its angle for a long time, but it did finally stand itself back up. And that's where the ground play comes to effect. Hills come into effect, but as you saw, that started like this, worked its way back up. Now this one did jump, it went right, but your normal tendency is to finish left. You don't want to feel like you're jabbing it into the ground, because if you do, it's going to bounce, it'll do a bunch of funny things. You're kind of wanting the soft, you're wanting it to hit and roll. I was throwing, it's not even probably 10 feet out to get a nice soft, smooth roll. So we're gonna see if Max can give it a try here. We'll start him on his first one nice and soft, trying to keep it vertical so you can see what it does. Then we're gonna turn it 5 to 10 degrees and just have him put just a little bit more into it. See if he can get it to stand up and go. Natural tendency was to go left. Go about 30-40% power if you can. There she goes.
I think I'm just putting too much angle on it.
You're putting a lot of angle on it too, but it is purely finding your degrees and finding the strength you have to throw this thing and put it out as far as you want.
So Austin made a fair point when we actually just picked these putters up, and he was saying that I still am trying to throw it more like a forehand shot. He's telling me to more do it a baseball throw where it comes down more at a steeper angle rather than a forehand shot. I kind of result to the forehand because that's my most comfortable shot, I'm sure, but rather than trying to put it down like this at an angle, coming over the top more. So that's kind of what I want to focus on with these two throws, and then we'll try to get into some more long distance roller.
Now that is the more natural roll.
Yeah, that actually that makes a lot more sense to me. There it goes. That's basically
2 in a row.
Yeah, that's right where we kind of wanted to be.
So I think that's a good start where we can start stepping it up and kind of
show
them what the stability means.
Let's do it.
Grab your most stable driver.
Most stable?
And your most understable.
My most overstable driver, which isn't really that overstable to be completely honest, is my GG Wraith. And then my most understable is the Hades. Basically, I think we're going to try and compare them, and he's going to show me the differences between stability.
My bag, I don't really have something understable, so my most is going to be a Halo Turn.
That's understable numbers.
And then my go-to roller disc, which is my Calvin Heimberg Destroyer. This next drill that we're kind of going to do, first I'll have him throw his overstable, and he is literally going to try to get it straight up and down. If he can get it straight up and down, he will see what a true overstable disc is going to do on a roller. And I'll tell you what I think. This disc is going to travel more like this before it dumps left. Okay? I'm going to try to have him replicate it with his Hades. Hard throw, straight up and down. That Hades is going to hit, and almost go like this instantly. The understable discs, they turn up really fast and they turn over. You have to have a lot more angle to get them to ride and turn up to get them to go far. Whereas stable discs, overstable discs, they take a lot more speed and energy to get stood up flat and finish left. If he hits both his angles correct, his overstable disc is going to go a lot farther than his understable.
So he's going with his most overstable first to see it should go a lot more straight before it dumps out with power.
Besides all the bumps in the ground. It's going left, hitting the path now.
Yep.
And curled up. This should not make it anywhere near where that one got. It will almost hit and go left.
With the same angle.
Same angle, same power and everything. Just dumps.
Yeah, immediately, almost.
Max has got something really drastic. He's got a Garrett Girthy Wraith and a Hades. So this really should be more drastic. If he can keep the same angle and same power, you're really going to see the difference on how an overstable will stand up.
So far. It's so far left. A lot shorter.
Heck, it's curling backwards.
It actually went like the same direction, but way shorter, probably at least 50 feet. So let's try to put him on some angle and actually see him stand up and ride a little bit longer.
Sounds good. Let's get him and let's do it.
So I've now thrown putters on a really up and down angle. I've thrown an overstable and understable driver. The overstable went further than the understable, and the understable hooked a lot faster. Now the real test, I think, is put these discs on some angle and watch them stand up to get some true distance out of them. Austin's gonna try to demonstrate and tell me his techniques, and we'll see kind of where I can get one too.
So something we may have wanted to go over before, we're using the same forehand grip that we always use. 2 fingers on the bottom, 1 thumb on top, and we're just following through straight over the top, okay? I'm gonna go full power on this turn, and we're gonna see what it does. I'm gonna try to leave it probably like this to let it stand up. Going left. It's honestly what I would have kind of expected for it.
I feel like I put it on an angle like this, but before it hit the ground, it was already like this. That was way straighter.
Yeah, and it did its job standing up, and it finished left.
Yeah, not bad, honestly. I feel like that was a pretty good attempt. Wasn't very far.
I mean, sometimes the best thing you do is go dedicate yourself to one shot that you're trying to learn and just do it. Okay, I'm gonna go a little more drastic on the angle with the turn, see if I can get it to stand up and ride longer. And this is where you're playing with your angles, trying to figure out what gets that disc to go straight. Nope, I turned too fast. Hopefully in video you'll be able to see, I threw that like this over the top, and that disc just stood up from all the speed. And that's what you got to play with when you're trying to learn this. And that being an understable disc, it did really exactly what I'd expect it to do. That's a good roller. Just curling up now.
That thing I can't go, it's not going anywhere. Oh, go, go. I feel like I could have put maybe a little bit more angle on it and it would have went a little bit further, but overall that wasn't bad.
No, that was it. This is a pretty good throw.
Hades only went 190 feet. I don't think the GG Wraith went like too far. His turn went 220 feet, so versus my Hades that went 190. And unfortunately my Wraith only went 250 feet. I feel like I kind of threw that hard. Oh well, we're learning out here. And his Destroyer went 330 feet. So I feel like if I could throw a 330 foot roller, we'd be in good shape. It's gonna take a lot of practice with these angles. All right, so my furthest roller today went 250 feet, not the 300 we looked at, but to be honest, I didn't throw too many. And I think I learned a lot from kind of what he has told me, and that's just that forehand rollers is all about your angles and your speed. And to be honest, that sounds like every other disc golf shot imaginable. Disc golf is all about your angles, and so forehand rollers, I think, is gonna take quite a lot of practice to learn what kind of angle I want to put it on the ground, as well as what kind of terrain, I guess, that you're working with, or what your fairways are looking like. Anything else you want to say?
Practice, practice, practice. If you're in a round and you're stuck in some brush and you're playing with your friends, throw that extra shot, throw that roller. Even if it's a touchy pig or a zone or your putter, just get that feel down. I mean, you won't learn it until you try it, and you won't master it until you done it a lot. And I'd say the last point I've got is, if there's anything you guys want to know, leave it in the comments. If we can make a video to help you out anymore, we will. If we can just answer you online, we'll do that too. But please feel free to ask. We're here to help.
Anyway, guys, that is Austin trying to teach me how to throw a forehand roller. Hopefully this video, some of the things we said in this video have helped you as well. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and go follow ChasinChains_ on Instagram, where we post it. See you.
See you guys.